Next week we have our Hanukkah Shabbat. Some of us have special gear that we wear. It's our chance once a year to do it next week. So if you got it, wear it. I know I'm going to bring mine. I don't know how many of you saw Mr. Hanukkah at the holiday parade. He's all decked out in his Hanukkah gear, and I have a feeling Mr. Hanukkah is going to make an appearance next Friday as well. Oh, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Zivivom to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oy Hanukkah, oy ointe verschene, a lustige, a freiliche, nicht doch seine. Alla Nacht min trelech, still in mir. Frische, heiße Latkes, Essen an der Schirr. Verschwindet, Kinder, die Hanukkah Lichtung. Sotalanissime, und Paternissim, wo wir alle tanzen können. Sotalanissime, und Paternissim, wo wir alle tanzen können. Yeme Hanukkah, Hanukkah Mikdashenu, Bekir uvesimcha, Malaim et libenu, my love ayom, Sivovenu Yesov, Suf Ganiyot, Erot Hanukkah. Aderiku nerot, Hanukkah rabim, Allah nisim, Allah nifleot asher kolel, Adikarim, Allah nisim Allah nifleot asher kolelu Adikarim. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, a festival of joy. A holiday, a jolly day for every girl and boy. Spin the whirling dreidel all day long. Eat the sizzling latke, sing happy songs. Light them, tonight them. The candles are flickering in a row. For each night they shed us a light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. A little bit of a trilingual Hanukkah, get ourselves ready to go. I mean, really, come on, it's like Thanksgiving is over and Sunday night, first candle. Oh my God. It's a good thing, good thing. Mr. Hanukkah put out an interesting challenge as well this week, too, for all of us to sort of do it together. We'll have a little bit of a story about that, too, as well. But let's start welcoming the Shabbat. So we're going to light our candles right now and get things going here. These candles, by the way, a little bit of Hanukkah trivia. Next week when we have Shabbat Hanukkah, we are going to light the Hanukkah candles first before we get into Shabbat, because you're not supposed to light these Shabbat candles and then the Hanukkah, because that violates the Shabbat of creating light from nothing. So we first do the Hanukkah candles, and then we do our Shabbat candles. You'll see that played out next week at services. So, and those of you who are here will be able to do that. Those of you who are watching at home can remember to do that with us as well. And we'll remind you, of course, next week. On page 120 in your prayer books, we will welcome the Shabbat at this point. And we say together, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kiddeshanu B'mitzvotav Vitzivanu Lahadlik Ner Shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us with mitzvot and commanded us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Shamor v'zachor. Remember the Shabbat and keep the Shabbat. And now we are going to sign our spiritual contract to begin the Shabbat by acquiring that extra portion of soul. So let's stand up, because we've got to make room for that nefesh yetera. So if you can, please stand and make room for that as we prepare to welcome the Shabbat. On page 123 in our Sidurim, we sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei Peri hagafer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodesho be'ahavav ratzon inechilanu zikaro lema'aseh v'reshit. כי הוא יום התחילה למקרא קודש זכר לציון מצרים כי אנו בגדת ואותנו קידשת מכל Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. And we say together, L'chaim, L'chaim, to life. Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated. I'm going to have a little bit of a drink right now. I need more than the cup. Let me tell you something. Well, my esteemed emeritus colleague, Cantor Hochberg, who came here in 1967, it is every single time I see Cantor Hochberg, Murray, and Joyce, it is a blessing, and a blessing means first comes from the root of gratefulness. When we say, blessed are you, Adonai, our God, we're saying, thank you, God, for the things for which we are recognizing. And when I say that, seeing Murray here every time I see him is a blessing, absolutely a blessing. I'm so grateful for him. And hey, how about it? Through the mask, can you not hear him here? I don't know if you could hear him over at home in the microphone. David, I think it's fantastic because, our voices are an extension of our souls. They are. And even if you think that you cannot sing, trust me, your souls can. So please feel free to open and sing as loudly as you wish. The aesthetic does not matter in this place. It's about your souls coming out and expressing themselves and connecting with each other. So Cantor Hochberg being over here doing this and singing with us is just hopefully inspiring all of you to let loose, let go. And if not, close your eyes for a minute and just take a deep breath and exhale. It's okay to do that as well. Let's turn, please, to page 126. We'll do a nice little introductory Shabbat reading on page 126 together, since we took a very nice, small cleansing breath. It's great to kind of read this together, please. So let's do so. And we say together, I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my captivity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other. To work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. I started with a little bit of a Hanukkah intro, of course, and I want to start my story with another Hanukkah intro, just a short little something to get us in the mood a little bit, not just to hear some words, crafted words, but also to hear this a little bit. סוף 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 חנוכה הוא חג טוב, חנוכה הוא חג טוב, סביבו סוף 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 חג שמחה הוא לעם, נס גדול היה שם, נס גדול היה שם. סביבו סוף 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 חנוכה הוא חג טוב, חנוכה הוא חג טוב. Everyone. סביבו סוף סוף סוף. I'm taking this piece, said Will, reaching into a tray overstacked with the main course. You know, Uncle Al isn't here this year. And it reminds me of him and the card tricks we used to practice together. I'm going to the corner of this because great-grandma always filled her plate first, and she would start out by taking this corner from the dish every year, Will's sister Wanda said, leaning back in their chairs at the dinner table, barely able to move after enthusiastically devouring their Thanksgiving plates. Siblings Will and Wanda exhaled and purred their approval, having once again enjoyed the traditional and family heritage recipes that have made every Thanksgiving worth the wait. With the sounds of the collective groans of sublime discomfort, the entire family pushed themselves from the table and began the post-feast ritual of clearing the table and amassing the bowls, plates, glasses, and utensils with bucket braid precision toward the now inundated counter space and sink in the apartment galley kitchen. What was, at first, the locus of the Thanksgiving dinner's genesis, beginning earlier in the day, transformed into a parade of serving bowls and plates full of textures, flavors, and memories that come alive annually. But now this place of origin has become the next family gathering as everyone assists in the cleanup. Soon, the kitchen will look like Thanksgiving never happened, and the home will settle back into its normal state of energy, provided mostly by Will and Wanda along with their immediate family. While the adults were clamoring in the kitchen, a football game was emanating and emitting a resonating call from the TV in the next room to come and gawk at the players, egged on by each other, and the raucous crowd at the game. The sounds only provided a counterpoint to the cacophony of interactions, creating an environment of both festivity and comfort as familiar family voices mingled with the rhapsodic improvisations of the game's announcers and over-intrusive commercials. Will and Wanda first watched the choreographed chaos of the kitchen cleanup, rehearsing in their minds the tasks that they will inherit when they are able to hold the knives and breakable heirlooms. So finally old enough to serve themselves and understanding their place in the family order of succession, Will and Wanda found themselves with no after-dinner cleanup job for now. Will and Wanda looked at each other and with a nod, got up and skipped into the TV room with the blaring TV washing over the space and into the entire remote corners of the 3-bedroom apartment. This is a place where the adults see them so they could project a sense of awareness, confidence, and security. Scrolling through the random TikTok apps, liking and sharing and swiping past their algorithmic content, Wanda said to Will, "Let's make a TikTok." We can't dance. We have no pets. We play our instruments horribly. And we can't do anything stupid right now. Who's going to watch our TikTok? Said Will. We don't even have TikTok accounts, so what's the point? Wanda looked at the ceiling and closed her eyes. We can do a pretend TikTok and show everyone in the kitchen. That works. What are we going to TikTok? Will mused openly. Running water, random laughing, utensils scraping steel, porcelain, squeaky glass along with the TV rumbling in the background. Will and Wanda played, prodded, poked, and occasionally erupted in mutual approval about the idea to do a TikTok about Hanukkah, of course. The hectic, percussive sounds in the kitchen began to fade into the hum and rumble of the dishwasher as the adults stood around the kitchen admiring the afternoon and evening's celebration. They were just wrapping up some conversations when in bounced Will and Wanda with a tablet in hand, jumping and yelling to get everyone's attention. They announced that they made a TikTok video for Thanksgiving and said, "Thanksgiving is almost over, but it's just the start of the next holiday for us," announced Wanda. "We have an idea for Hanukkah that will keep Thanksgiving alive until Hanukkah starts," added Will. Curious, the adults focused their attention on the tablet as the two producers pushed the red play button. Fading in from a black screen, music is heard in the background, and there is Will and Wanda sitting on the couch. They are looking into the camera with focused eyes, a knowing grin, and making lilting gestures as they point to different places above, below, on the side of them. With each gesture, a pop-up text appears. You know what the pop-up text said? 8 days for 8 ways to give back. Get or stay healthy. Save a life. Make someone smile. Help a neighbor. Warm a heart. Say thank you to someone who helps you. Teach someone something new. Solve a problem. And the last pop-up text said, above their heads, you are the difference. We thought about everyone here and everyone that is not, so we can keep Thanksgiving around through Hanukkah, said Will. This way, we can always keep everyone we love close to us, said Wanda. Thank you. Page 138, we will now begin with the formalities of Shabbat with the Lecha Dodi. And not just welcome in this Shabbat, but as you know, when we stand to turn to welcome the Shabbat, symbolically, we are welcoming not only the Sabbath bride, but we're also welcoming what we call the Nefesh Yetera, the extra portion of soul that we acquire on this Shabbat for 25 hours. And that's why I sometimes say to you, come up with a Shabbat name. Give yourself a Shabbat name that you only know. And that is your Nefesh Yetera that is in you, only to be released after Havdalah. So. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Bo v'zachor b'dibur echad Tishmi'anu el am yuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shemu tiferet v'litila Lecha Dodi Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela At Shabbat Lechu v'nelchav Ki mekor ateracha Rosh Mikeden Netzucha Zu Ma'aseh B'machshavat Tchila. Everyone stand Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala and face the back of the congregation. B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha uvetzola Toch emunei am segula Boi chala kala. Lechadoti likala. B'nei Shabbat nikavela. 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 And now on page 146, we remain standing for this call to worship. Because now the Nefesh Yetera has been brought to all of you. Shabbat is here. So now it's a call now to focus on our Shabbat at this time. And we sing together the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. We remain standing, and if you wish to turn right now to page 152 as we prepare to mingle ourselves, our souls, and our existence with the one who created us. If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen to our God. Question on your mind, is the answer hard to find? Then listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Wise up, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way, and listen to our God. When the wind and thunder finally disappears, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen to our God. You can hear it from the top of the highest hill, from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malechuto le'olam voed. Listen to our God. Please be seated. On page 154, at the top of the page, we sing together, chant together, or read together. Move your lips, however you want to be active with this. It's okay. Being active somehow physically actually works in prayer. The V'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam b'shivtecha b'vetecha uverechtecha v'derech uveshochbecha uvekumecha ukshagatam leot al yadecha v'chayu letotafot bein einecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים Ani Adonai Elohechem. Amen. And on page 158. So goes on to you, sneeze at the truth. Page 160, our prayer for peace. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Ve'hamidenu Shomerenu compassion and trust. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom page 162. We haven't done a Vishamru in a while, so I thought maybe we'll just sing a little bit of Vishamru again, not only for its words, but because we haven't heard it for a while. So let's kind of shake our memories a little bit and sing. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Please stand. וביום השביעי שופט וינפש, שופט וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We prepare for the Amidah. So as you stand, Amod means to stand. So we're preparing for our standing prayers. And we turn now to page 164 for the Avot V'imahot. We prepare ourselves for the opening of our additional soul ascending to God. We sing together. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agid hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vizocher Chaste Avot V'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umoshiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'ezrat Sarah. Page 168. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai Mechayeh hakol atah Rav lehoshia Mashif haruach umorid hagashem Mechalkel chayim bechesed Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim Somech nofrim verofech horim O matir asurim Umekayem emunato lishenei afar Micha mocha ba'al gevurot Umido meroch, melech memit, umechaye, umat miach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lahachayot hakol, Baruch ata Adonai, mechaye hakol. Page 170, Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yalalucha selah Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. We will continue on page 376 as we continue with the recitation. Love that word, recitation, of our special prayers. And this first prayer on page 376 is for our community, this post-Thanksgiving prayer, as we do every single week, of course, but now on Thanksgiving, all the more so that we have this chance to pray this prayer. It has a little bit more gravity to it. And at the bottom of this page, we say together, O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and to alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife. And may our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen. Page 377 for our beloved state of Israel. At the bottom of the page, we say together, O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. And on page 371, in the middle of that page, we are thinking of those, obviously, who are under stress, physical stress, challenges emotionally, spiritually, internally, peripherally, all of the challenges that we face in this world. Some of them quite debilitating. Some of them are seemingly insurmountable. But with a community behind you, and knowing that community is behind you, knowing the community is behind you, is scientifically proven to help bolster your system to be able to weather the storms, if at all possible, with those energies that your body has inside. We are not hermits, people. We are social animals. There are no Jewish hermits. There are Nazarites, by the way, but Nazarites is altogether something else different. We'll discuss that later in the book of Numbers. And it's only temporary. It's like giving yourself a ritual and spiritual timeout. We don't like long timeouts. We like to be together. And it's times like this that being together is healing, strengthening, boldening. And so, I'm sure you know of many at this time who are in need of a prayer for healing. And even if you yourself is in need of one, it's good to do this for yourself as well. But know that all of you here and all of you that are watching online, by saying the Mishaberach together, it's as though we are all working together to try to make ourselves, our community, and this world just a little bit better. haberach avotenu, lekor haberacha leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Let's those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals the sick. And we say together, Amen. And now just take just a brief moment to take in all of the things we did today, the prayers that we've recited, some new, some familiar, some felt differently. And just take just a moment to process and find maybe one place during the service that sort of hit you a certain way. Maybe it was way back at the beginning, I'm not sure. But if it did, just take a second, hold on to it, and bring it into your souls, and carry it with you this Shabbat. See how you feel. Tell the things that befell us, who can count them? In every age, a hero or sage came to our aid. Who can tell the things that befell us, who can count them? In every age, a hero or sage came to our aid. At this holiday season, the air outside is freezing, but hearts are warm and spirits bright with every candle that we light. Can tell the things that befell us, who can count them? In every age, a hero or sage came into our aid. Many people have suffered from an evil hand, but with faith and spirit, we can heal this land. Some steps are even, some steps are odd, when there's separate paths to the same God. Can you tell the things that befell us, who can count them? In every age, a hero or sage came into our aid. At times our lives are crazy, our focus can get hazy. Different people, different places, different values different places. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them in every page? You will say, came to our aid. Me and Marlel, Gavurot Israel. אותני ימנה בכל יקום הגיבור פועל לעם אבי ימולם גבולות ישראל אבי ימולם Who can retell? Doing that for a while. I want to thank, first of all, our Board of Trustees greeter, President-elect Cheryl Bauer, who will be coming up to deliver our announcements in just a moment, and our Board of Trustees representative, who cloned herself. It is Cheryl Bauer as well. Those of us that serve on the board, those of you who do, are magicians in many, many ways, and we value all of your service. And even though maybe some of you have gone off the board, you are not out of sight, and we certainly need you and deserve your attention. The food baskets here are sponsored by Valerie and Scott Lenahan in honor of Lola Stern's bat mitzvah tomorrow. They're close friends of Julie and Lola, and now I want to introduce to you our president-elect. Hopefully you all come. Will there be room for the annual meeting? I wonder. There should be. So if you can make it to the annual meeting to see the passage of leadership from Phil Fisher to Cheryl, it's a wonderful thing to do. So.
Shabbat Shalom, and Shabbat Shalom to all of you that are joining us online. I'm not going to tell you my name because you already know that I'm Cheryl Bauer, and you already know that I'm president-elect of the congregation, of the Board of Trustees. So now, past that part. Tomorrow we have Torah study that begins at 9 a.m. We also have the bat mitzvah of Lola Stern at 10:30. And then at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, we usher out Shabbat with Next Week Now Havdalah. So please plan to join us for tomorrow's activities. Hard to believe, but Hanukkah starts Sunday night, and UH has lots of activities planned for Hanukkah, so pay attention. We have a few announcements. Hanukkah, each night, at 6 o'clock, please join the congregation for a virtual lighting of our Hanukkah candles. It'll be on Facebook and live stream, so please join us at 6 o'clock each night. Also, on December 1st at 6 o'clock, we have mascot and menorahs, and joining our clergy will be Fred Bird from the Cardinals and Louis from the St. Louis Blues to light the Hanukkah candles out in our parking lot, and that is at 6 o'clock on December 1st. Also, please join us for Shabbat Nash to celebrate Hanukkah. Next Friday night, Shabbat Nash will be at 5:45, and we'll have our Latke Bar and Safguniot, and that'll be before services, again at 5:45, with our Hanukkah musical service starting at 6:30, and we will light candles as a congregation for that. Please join Rabbi Bellows for Hanukkah in the Cave a week from Sunday on December 5th at 2 o'clock in Merrimack Caverns, and that should be very interesting and very different. Also, during the 8 days of Hanukkah is the Hanukkah Film Festival with 8 nights of award-winning films presented by Manishma Films and High Flicks. Also, join UH, Sher Emeth, Temple Israel, and Temple Emmanuel seniors for the Senior Hanukkah program on Monday, December 6th at 1 o'clock. The Braid presents Arise from My Friend, My Beautiful One, and Go Forth. Our next Building Your Jewish Toolbox session will be on Sunday, December 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning, and the topic will be Life Cycle Part 1. As the cantor said, the annual meeting and election of officers will be on Sunday, December 19th at 3 o'clock, either in person or via Zoom. And at the annual meeting, we'll be honoring Barry and Sherilyn Krell with the 2021 Irene Fox United Hebrew Ruach Award. And for all of you that know Barry and Sherilyn, it is extremely well deserved. So please help us in honoring Barry and Sherilyn. For additional information about Hanukkah and upcoming classes and programs, please look at our UH website. I also want to thank the tech team for this evening, as well as the great job that y'all do every week. It's really terrific what you do for us, and we appreciate it. I'd like, with Hanukkah being Sunday night, I'd like to give 2 plugs. One is for our gift shop, and please know that we have all kinds of goodies that will take care of your shopping list. Also, lots of decorations. I peeked back there, and there's all kinds of Hanukkah decorations and so many things in the gift shop. The gift shop is open on Sundays from 9 to 12 when we have religious school, so that won't be this Sunday. But you can also make an appointment to meet with Iris or other people who can help you with your gift shop needs. My other plug is for Amazon Smile. For those of you who shop on Amazon, if you'll go to Amazon Smile instead of Amazon and you note United Hebrew as your charity of choice, they will give a percentage of what you purchase back to United Hebrew. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It takes about 30 seconds to sign up, and they will donate a percentage back to United Hebrew if you note United Hebrew as your charity of choice. And if you don't shop on Amazon, I guarantee your children and grandchildren probably do. So please share the word and help United Hebrew just by shopping on Amazon or by shopping in our gift shop. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you very, very much. I'm just going to be one of the first ones to say it because it's my privilege to do so on the Bima, but we are going to be in very good hands in the future with Cheryl as our president. I feel very proud from all of us. On page 586, we are going to stand once again for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר וחיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Echad. Please be seated. An original prayer that was written by Rabbi David Wolpe, shared with me by my beloved colleague, Rabbi Rosenberg, and on behalf of Rabbi Rosenberg, Rabbi Bellows, and Rabbi Emeritus Howard Kaplansky, we wish all of you a happy Shushan Thanksgiving, and also an anticipated Hanukkah. first candle. Don't forget, by the way, the first candle, when you light, you say the Shehechianu, so 3 blessings, right? And then every day afterwards, only the first 2, no Shehechianu the other days. So Rabbi David Wolpe writes, on Hanukkah and Thanksgiving, grateful for our gifts and grateful for our past, we cherish our spiritual inheritances. The pilgrims who journeyed, the Maccabees who fought, the generations who struggled and sacrificed to preserve their memory. As Americans and Jews, dear God, we are doubly blessed, given so long a legacy to celebrate in so sublime a land. So we light a candle, set the table, say our prayers, and declare the miracles of our tradition, our freedom, and our future. We rededicate Hanukkah, we rededicate ourselves to live so that we might be worthy of the greatness bequeathed to us and merit the joy of handing it on to the next generation. And with those words still resonating within you, we recall the loved ones whom we have all loved and lost, who are now part of the legacy of almost 2,200 years of Hanukkah observances. And now they themselves, their souls have now been mingled with the flames that we will kindle each day of Hanukkah. 8 days give us 8 ways to give back. And 8 days give us 8 ways to remember those who brought us to this place. And this week, the Shiva of Eleanor Ellie H. Barbach and Nina Grace Levine are observed. In the Shloshim, 30 days, Dr. Sean L. Birkin, Tanya Francis Palmer, Esther Price, Leslie Stephen Wagner are being observed. And the yard sites of those whose names are affixed onto our Samuel Thurman memorial wall in the hallway that divides our main hallway lobby to the chapel. Their names are fixed up here on our wall in the main sanctuary tonight. Marjorie R. Abrams, Raymond B. Alexander, Meyer Berger, Arnold Abraham Bergson, Sarah Bierman, Albert L. Bleiweiss, Ronald Breimer, Jack Schuver, Melford N. Cohen, Ben M. Cohen, Herman A. Cohn, Sadie Crown, Bertha Demba, Goldie C. Eder, Michiel Feinstein, Esther Furman, Albert M. Finn, Morris Glaser, Stephen A. Goldenhirsch, Celia Schneider Goldman, Joseph W. Henschel, Alan R. Hurwitz, Maxine J. Jackaway, Max Jochum, Jenny Judd, Arthur M. Kaiser, Lorraine M. Kay, David J. Kravitz, Ronald Kunitz, Kenneth W. Levy, Sophia R. Lickhalter, Isidore Mathis, Lena Meyer, I.W. Miller, Minnie Miller, Leona R. Mills, Abella Morris, Barney Newmark, Mary Oberman, Saul Oxenhandler, Hyman Packman, Bessie Polinsky, Louis Present, Esther Rain, Adolf Rosenfeld, Harvey B. Rufa, Morris D. Roven, Charles Rubin, Albert Salomon, Harry Schneider, Magda S. Schwartz, Ben Schwartzman, Richard J. Schwartz, Elvin Silverman, Ann Simon, Nathan Smith, Ruth Arbor Sokolik, Joseph F. Spector, Tanya Hoffman Sparrow, Della Stein, Jess Stern, Tilly Suffian, Benton E. Taylor, Samuel Unterberger, Harry Wade, Harry Wald, Tilly Weinberg, Rosella G. Wolf, Sally Schenfeld Yaffe. Remember them and keep all the memories of those you have loved and lost into your hearts as we stand together as a community, a Kehillah Kedosha, a holy community, and we turn to page 598 for the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, found on that page. And we say together, Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, be'alama divra chirute v'amlich malchute, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imeru, amen. Yehei shemei rabba mevarach le'olam ololmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei de kudisha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata dushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'olma v'imeru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. And may the source of peace send peace to all of those who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. And may the souls of our dear ones rest in eternal peace. And we say together as a congregation, Amen. And we turn now to page 669 at the top of the page. I'm sure many of you don't need the words, but that's okay, because it's always good to have the words just in case. Many of my prayers here I have memorized, of course, over the years, as has Cantor Hochberg, and many of the pieces of music that David Cohn has memorized. But he and I and we, in our humility, always refer to the music and not our eyes venture too far, because it's all about you. It's all about the music. It's all about the words. It's all about God. And we are simply messengers. And the more we stand out, the more God may stand by. So, at the top of page 669, we sing together in Hebrew and then one verse in English, Maoz Tzur, or as you would like to call it, Rock of Ages. Here we go. Just a warm-up, here we are.
Maoz Tzur Yeshuati Mechanae Mishabeach Tikvet Tefilati V'sham Toda Izabeach Le'et Takin Mobeach Bitzaram Nabeach Azek Mor Bashir Mizmor Chanukat Amizbeach Azek Mor Bashir Mizmor Chanukat Amizbeach.
English from left to right.
Rock of ages, let our song praise our saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arms availed us, and your word broke their sword when our strength failed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us.
8 days, 8 ways to give back. Let's see if we can all do it, because together, you and I can do just about anything. Shabbat Shalom.